I run into someone who would just knock me off my Hey, how we doing? Everybody good out there? This old school around in first and headed for second, trying to get things done. Welcome to the Blackout Show. I'm your host, C Black. You know, we didn't go over the stats or the call ins or the votes or tabulate all that up from the last show. And I think the very first show, well, I should be able to remember. It's only been 3 shows, right? So the very first show, I think we sent out the questionnaire or your homework was who was right, Yogi or the nice looking young lady? And the votes came back that the nice looking young lady was wrong. Let's take a few seconds and see why that, if that holds water. I guess judging from the comments made was that why would a good looking woman want to be bothered with somebody named Yogi? That's his nickname. And he lived at the park. So didn't even have a home to their knowledge. And was he homeless or did he just live near the park? But either case, she did not know where he lived, period. He dressed New Jordans on, so I guess he did have a little money, or I don't know how they do that, but he found that more important than buying clothes or maybe even feeding his kids. Um, didn't comb his hair. Um, riding around the bike. Um, no car. And he was pretty much 42 years old. So I can see why everybody is leaning. Like I said, most of the comments and votes, they were leaning towards what was wrong with her. I kind of beg to differ. And the name of the day show is They Don't Know. Um, this leads me into that. And the reason I beg to differ is Yogi um, probably doesn't know. And I have assumed that he does know. And of course, man, the man's 42. Why wouldn't he know? But there's a lot of things these young men today just don't know. And I assume they knew because I just get furious, pissed off at them. Couldn't understand that. Why don't you know? You're a grown man. But maybe the father wasn't there, was there, but wasn't there. They didn't get the toolage that they needed to go out in that world and face the things that a black man face. They didn't get it. So we look at him, we see a man standing here going, what's wrong with him? Why don't he get it? He's a man. He's grown. And that's how I felt for the longest. I'm like, well, what is this? Why aren't they doing what they're supposed to do? Maybe the one just told them that. It didn't come so natural. You know, looking back, I hung around my dad and he hung around other guys and man, they would just kick it and tell stories and have a little sip, playing the blues or just playing music. There was a bunch of guys and they were just talking, just kicking it about life, things they were going to do, the expectations, um, the good times they get ready to do, the good times they've had. They shared these things. And along the way, they discussed men like things, you know. And I'm sitting there just looking and listening, not bored. They back then a bottle of pop was um, the thing that I guess was all I needed. So I'd get the pop, sit there and listen. Like I said, they have a little sip here and a little sip there, and they were giving me knowledge, and I was feeding it. And I didn't know at the time that that would transform into helping me become a man, helping me to see clearly what I need to do to become a man. Now, I failed on some goals. I get it. I get it. I'm not the all be all man about that. I get it. But I still understood. I mean, I just didn't do it, but I understood. Just didn't do it. But I totally understood what being a man was about. And I look today and I say, man, they they don't get it. And why they don't get it? Is it because their mothers raised them? Is it because their grandmothers raised them? And it's because the father wasn't there. And if the father was there, he chose not to raise them. So I kind of understand it. I do. That don't mean you get a total pass, but it does make you say, they don't know. Just don't know. It'd be very easy for me to continue on the path that I want to continue, tearing you down, saying, oh man, black man, you ain't did. Some things you probably do need tearing down. I get it. But other things you just don't know. And I don't want to make an easy way out for you. Like, oh well, he gave me a pass. No, I still want you to stamp and acknowledge these things. So the first thing we want to work on. Now we talked about going to school, trying to find an easy path. How about just go to school? How about getting a trade? How about that? You know, in your own home, with your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever you're with, how can you call any shots if you're not the breadwinner? She's making the money. She's got the education. Who do you think's gonna call the shots there? You think you can call them from playing video games or working at the Family Dollar? Oh, I'm working, but you're not making substantial money. You know, to have a say. The car, these things should come to me. They come to me. Should come to you the same way. I need to get me a good job. One job leads to the next job. I need to get me a car. I need to get my own place to live. And then we'll see about living together and getting married and all that other stuff. But I gotta figure out how to keep my pants on. I can't let her have my pants. She don't want to give them back. You know one wants to run it. You know this. You know the next episode will be um, they talk too much. We know who that is, right? Got it. But you know they want to run it. This show is to help both women and men. But my men, my black men, I need you to stand up. You've been laying down too long. They're eating off of you. They're eating off your back. Don't let me off your back. If you stand up, they can't eat off an upright table. Just stand up. Be accountable. If you said it, you said it. If you did it, you did it. I'm being a man about this. I'm just being a man. I'm going out and work. I'm getting this car. I'm getting this home. This house, this apartment, it's mine. You're not gonna kick me out of you kick me out of your house. Okay, I just came here to visit. This was always your house. I got a house. Gotta be better. You gotta think that way. You have to. Man, you're up on the shorts then. What about we have a couple of kids and they kick you out of her house? Where you going? You know the kids go with the mom. Where you going? Man, have your own. Get your own. Get your own bank account. Get your own. You might be in this thing with her, but get your own stuff. So hey, this is for if this don't work out, I'm okay. Um, like I said, maybe these talks you just didn't have, but I don't know. You just don't assume that you're gonna be with this person forever. If it don't work out, what am I gonna do then? Just think about that. I'm with her. We said we'd be together forever, but if it doesn't work, what do I do then? What's my solution? I'm just, oh well, think about that. Who wants to think about that? But you need to. It's preparing you. You can't go in there, oh well, we'll be together forever. Well then she done moving on now what? Child support, alimony. What I'm gonna do? You're hit. And you may never recover. And then you just woe is me. We wanna This is about you trying to plan and get a strategy together. Another thing I want us to stop doing is men. Let's stop whining. When something goes wrong, pull your pants up and say, okay, what's the plan? Yeah, this is bad, but what's the next plan? Have that talk with yourself. Have that inner talk where you say, hey, what's the next plan? I see this happen, it's terrible, but I'm still here, I'm still alive. What's the next plan? Not, oh, God, uh, that's what women do. That's emotional stuff. Now, I know that's what you've been doing, that's what you've seen, but still, again, it's not manly. It's not. We're trying to figure out how to get our shoulders broad again. Do you know my father probably was tougher than me? His father was tougher than him. I'm probably tougher than mine. That's probably how we got where we are now. When the women actually think they're running it. And you hear the word think because they go get education, they get a better job, they trying to get better jobs. That's why they go. No one goes to school more than black women on a percentage. That's what they do. Black men are not going. So if I get this education, make this money, I can run this household. You ain't got nothing to say. As they tell me now, you hit a lick. You know, when we was coming up, the girl did that, pretty themselves up, come in looking in shape and all that. We called them sackers. They was trying to get money from a guy who had a good job, look, playing that part. I get it. Now the guys have turned it around. I hit a lick. What about your own self? Get your own thing together. Just think that away. Just think about, I gotta do better. For me. Do you realize the better you do, the better chick or better girl you'll get, the better everything you get? Why wouldn't it be? You self-sufficient. You be in high demand. But if you don't do, then you'll settle. You just settle. Well, I'm good. She's making the money. I'm good. But if you go out and do what you're supposed to do, oh man, he's a catch. Why he said, working good, got his car, man, his own place. You're the catch. I believe that they're telling me something now that I'm near the halfway mark of the show. Trying to get there with you today on a Monday. Stay tuned for the second half of the Blackout show. Thank you.